Hey there, folks. Welcome back to the Overflow. My name is Micah Curtis.
I'm Alex Baldwin, also known as the Hatman.
And once again, we are back to do an overflood, as Hatman likes to call it, and answer questions over the past 2 weeks because, of course, we had New Year's. So, hopefully everyone had a good New Year. I had much alcohol, which was pretty nice.
As did I. I got to pose with the stop sign as well.
Well, there you go. We're gonna have to get a lot of use out of that stop sign on the podcast for sure.
We will have to. In addition to the fuck 'em button, that image might just have to become a regular thing.
Yes. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Since we have a ton of entertainment questions, we're just gonna go ahead and start with politics. So, Chris Jones wants to know, thoughts on Jimmy Kimmel mocking the people funding the Fund the Wall movement? Well, Jimmy Kimmel should know quite well about misspent, money. This is a guy who said we should keep Obamacare around because his kid had heart surgery once and had nothing to do with Obamacare. Jimmy Kimmel's a fucking idiot. You know what? Fuck him.
Fuck him.
Fuck him.
Sorry, that was loud. I really don't like Jimmy Kimmel anymore.
God, remember what the hell happened from the Man Show?
He dated Sarah Silverman and she promptly cut his fucking cock off.
Oh God, he was the one who dated her?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, yeah, that'll do it. Dating Sarah Silverman or drive any man insane.
One thing I find weird is that...
Thank God Adam Carolla didn't change.
Yeah, no kidding. I think of it this way when it comes to Sarah Silverman. She is... When she was in School of Rock, she wasn't playing a character. She was a fun-hating... She was and still is a fun-hating harpy.
Yeah, you're really not wrong.
Hashtag Micah was right. But no, fuck Jimmy Kimmel. Okay, Ostis Whisperer says, thoughts on Sleeping Giants and Styx Hexenhammer going at it on Twitter. How should we combat them and groups similar to them? I don't know who that other dude is.
Sleeping Giants?
Yeah.
So Sleeping Giants is basically... they're using Gamergate-type tactics of the contact all the advertisers for people whose speech they disagree with, or people who are supposedly alt-righters.
I see. Well...
So instead of like Gamergate's ethics issues, this is quote-unquote moral issues.
Supposed.
Yeah.
I always find it funny when people who believe in subjective morality think that it needs to be objectively enforced. But, well, there's not really combat of groups like that. Either, if they're coming after you like that, the people that whose platforms you use are going to either listen to them or they're not going to, so we'll have to see whether or not they're going to have an effect. I mean... Other than that, I just am still hoping that there will be some venture capitalists out there or something that are going to be willing to make an alternative to YouTube and things like that.
Just saying, Peter Thiel, you've got some resources. You have experience in fighting these jackasses.
Just do us a favor. Don't abandon the fucking company 5 years later. Because he abandoned PayPal, and now look at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Koopa's Revenge Home wished us a Merry Christmas. Thank you. And thoughts on the war on Christmas. I really think there's a war on Christmas. I think that more than anything, during the Obama years, we saw atheists really, really liked drilling into people about Christmas and saying random BS factoids that nobody really gave a shit about. Like, my favorite being everybody's celebration of Neil deGrasse Tyson's infamous Christmas tweet. And Christians everywhere are like, yeah, we know he wasn't born on December 25th, you jackass.
Yeah, it's just a very loud minority of people who get spread around a lot, and they're just assholes. So the vast majority of people, at least people I've encountered, literally do not give a fuck if you say Merry Christmas or like Happy Holidays or whatever. No one fucking cares.
Yeah.
The war on Christmas is really just outrage bait.
Pretty much. You know, the only people that on the left that really act like it's a deal are like cringy atheists like Andrew Seidel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's very rare that you actually see anybody who really cares that much about Christianity on Christmas. And if you honestly do, you need to get a life.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're Andrew Seidel, stop trying to take my fucking rights away. Okay, Incel Mafioso, love that name, wants to know, is there any viable contender who can challenge Donald Trump from the left? Biden and not much else.
Yeah.
Because Beto came along and has divided the Bernie bros.
Yeah, you're going to need somebody with enough political clout behind them to really take on Donald Trump.
Yeah, Biden's really the only guy who can do it.
Yeah, and someone who is like not as absolutely hated as Hillary Clinton was, not someone who's a freshman or has little to no experience,
or has never fucking won.
Yeah, or
won
or
on the
has
big
never
stage.
Won. Yeah, exactly. Like some people have been saying now, Elizabeth Warren is a top contender. I would not say so.
No, she's gonna get buried.
Mostly because of the whole Native American DNA test.
Yeah, I'm surprised that she
Republican
announced she's going to run. I'm genuinely shocked that she still announced it. I thought that was going to be the end.
I am too. I thought, well, not that. I thought she was going to stick to her guns from 2016 and say that she wasn't interested, because people were trying to get her to run back then, and she would go for it. But no, like Kamala Harris won't be able to do it. Spartacus won't be able to do it. Beto, no, absolutely not. Like literally, Beto's only accomplishment is that he ran against Ted Cruz
and lost.
Yeah, that's nothing. I mean, even JFK made it to the Senate. Come on.
Yeah. So oddly enough, that's it for politics.
Well, there we go.
So Crystal Wing for entertainment wants to know: would we watch a Red Hood Netflix series? If it was good.
Yeah.
I mean, I love me some Red Hood.
The case for anything.
Yeah, like
is it good? Okay.
If the teams who are working on DC shows right now was working on it, fuck no. I sure as shit would not. But if it was a different team, then I'd think about it. Brian Gilmartin wants to know, what would you consider a personal highlight for 2018? Mine was meeting Becky Lynch and getting positive reception from her to a character I made that was inspired by her. That's awesome. And Becky Lynch is freaking hot. Well, top moment of 2018, not YouTube related. I finally got a tattoo. It really has been the highlight so far.
The Deus Vult tattoo.
Yep. How about you, Hatman?
I think just SuperCon, just in general, would be it for me. Because I got to chat a little bit with Tom King. I got to shake hands with Jim Starlin and of course get your comic signed, but also that little conversation that we had there too. The Fonz, I got my picture taken with the Fonz too. I mean, that was that.
Now, careful, Hatman. He'll turn you into a wife beater, apparently.
Oh God. But no, like that whole thing was really, really fucking cool, to be perfectly honest. Like, I I was not expecting it to be as much fun as it was. I was just sort of expecting like, you know, it's all right, but it's kind of, you know, it's kind of dumpy compared to other cons and stuff. But no, it was great. It was honestly great. I mean, even something that I didn't think I would enjoy as much as like cosplay wrestling was pretty fucking great. I mean, when you got goddamn Kratos going up against the fucking Dovahkiin, that's funny as hell.
Was
That's
Boy
funny
anywhere
as
to be
hell.
found?
No, unfortunately, it was not, or he was not. But he did call for Boy after he won.
That's awesome.
Also, Skeletor. Skeletor was in the fucking main event, and just like everyone, he's just standing there in silence, and everyone in the crowd's just going, yeah, and then just wave of silence, and then he goes, yeah, and everyone just goes fucking nuts. Oh, it was great. Oh, it was great.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, this
Which
is
why you need to come. You
Yes.
need to come this year.
definitely. Okay, next one. Well, this is kind of entertainment, kind of politics. Thoughts on YouTubers The Needle Drop in 1791's Twitter spat.
I don't know who either of those people are.
1791 is actually a really well thought out YouTube channel that discusses conservatism. And The Needle Drop is a music channel, oddly enough. But the guy who runs The Needle Drop is a big Bernie bro. So that's kind of just the spat. Is you don't know shit about politics, blah, 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 back and forth. Whatever. I don't really care.
So just tapioca being thrown everywhere.
Yes.
Fair enough.
And then Personified Persona wants to know, have we thought of doing a top 10 worst events from Marvel video? No. I have not. The reason I have not is because I think that I think that a lot of the events that I have read were not necessarily bad. If I were to give you top 10 worst events, the worst one would easily be Secret Empire. It's not even close. So the top of the list would be, yeah. And even then, like, I can't think of 10 really bad ones. I could think of some that were controversial, but
yeah, I can't think of 10.
Because the thing is that
off the top of my head, it'd be Secret Empire, Ultimatum, and then Civil War 2.
Yeah, pretty much, and that's 3.
Yeah.
You know, the rest of them just kind of range from good to eh. Like Fear Itself, also known as Everyone Gets a Hammer, is kind of eh. But I wouldn't call it bad, and I would feel bad calling it bad. You know, I feel like I'd be jumping the gun there a bit. So, no, I don't think I would ever do that sort of a thing. I think that if I really want to, what I might do is on the anniversary of Secret Empire, do a video about why it was one of the biggest mistakes in comic book history. Because I legitimately think that it is. Because it tells you so much about Marvel Comics when they thought it was okay to greenlight a story that portrayed half of their reader base or more who vote Republican like Nazis. And on top of that, of course, they're one of their biggest heroes ever as a Nazi.
Yeah. Cap, no. And then the audacity to say that, no, this is the real Captain America. This is not a joke. He's not going to be swapped out for somebody at the very end. It's not a clone. And then what do they fucking do?
They swapped him out at the very end with the actual Cap. Yeah, and that happened because of the reaction to the book.
Mm-hmm.
So
because you don't have Captain America anymore if he's a goddamn Nazi.
Exactly. It was legitimately disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, let's go on about that a little bit more, because we actually don't have that many questions. I find that weird. We've only got 3 more after this.
Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, this is part of the reason why I'm not a fan of writers bringing their politics constantly into their work. You can sit there and say, oh, comic books were always about politics. Blah. Some were not. The idea that Jim Lee era X-Men was all about politics, or Claremont X-Men was all about progressivism is just nonsense. It's not fucking true. Half the time, the X-Men fight aliens. It's a sci-fi book.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like most Spider-Man I've ever read had nothing to do with politics. Even Captain America, some of the best Captain America stories aren't political.
Yeah.
You know, some of the best Avengers stories aren't political. You know, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's idiotic. And then on top of that too, this wasn't just making a political message. This was blatant propagandizing.
Mm-hmm.
It was Nick Spencer saying, if you didn't vote the way I do, you're a Nazi. That, like, how else are you supposed to take that? The book might as well have been called that.
Yeah, I mean, when you repackage like Trump speeches, change around some of the words and
slap it on the Red Skull.
Skull's mouth, yeah, it's like, huh. Well, suddenly the Red Skull actually sounds somewhat reasonable.
Yes.
But, oh, he's a Nazi, so that means that he is actually the unreasonable one. I mean, for one, you're just fucking over Red Skull. I mean, he's not supposed to be like that. He's supposed to be absolutely fucking evil.
Yes.
And then two, you are conflating that with a populist movement that has so far not murdered anybody, not put the Jews in the camps, or the minorities, or anyone for that fucking matter. Can't get a damn border wall built. I mean, for an evil fucking empire, or at least the evil empire that they make Trump out to be a part of, he's doing a really shit job of living up to that expectation.
How soft are we as a society when Donald fucking Trump is the most evil thing we can think of? First off, fuck you, Erdogan. That's all I have to, or the fucking mullahs in Iran. But I'm not allowed to say that because they're brown. But no, seriously, those are some of the most evil motherfuckers on earth.
Mm-hmm.
And they get ignored.
Mm-hmm.
I hate
because
progressivism.
#resist.
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck all of that. And this is the general issue that I have, is just progressivism as a worldview is 2 specific things. First, it is consistently inconsistent. You say that you're for the oppressed of the world, but you don't do anything for the oppressed of the world at all. And second, you are signing a contract that has a noose attached to it. And that noose is guaranteed to be used on you and your dumb ass at any specific moment that you offend the fucking mob. Oddly enough, it wouldn't surprise me if Nick Spencer said to Joe Quesada, the only way that he got this to happen is I wouldn't be surprised if he went up to him and said, Joe, my career is fucking dead if you don't let me put Spider-Man and Mary Jane back together. Because his career would have been fucking dead, because nobody liked Nick Spencer after Secret Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Because newsflash, Marvel, the bleeding cool audience doesn't buy comics.
I mean, it's ironic too, because even the lefties that they were trying to pander to hated Secret Empire arguably more than we did.
Yeah.
I mean, that was absolutely astounding. And of course, if you try to appeal to one category of people at the expense of pissing off another, more likely than not, you're going to piss off everybody.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Great fucking business decision. Great fucking business decision.
Yeah, I still think that's probably what killed the Axel Alonso era of Marvel Comics. I really think it did. So, and that's what the rumors said too, is that event being greenlit is what eventually led to them wanting to have CB Cebulski take over that job.
Mm-hmm.
Not that Cebulski's really done that much better of a job, but still.
I kind of wonder if the fallout from that also was what led to Ta-Nehisi Coates taking over Captain America.
I have a feeling that he was probably contracted to get that book way earlier, and they didn't want to violate that contract because of the blowback.
Mm.
Oddly enough, though, from what I've heard, his run has been largely inoffensive, just not very well written. He's boring.
Well, yeah, he is. He's an essayist. He's not a fiction writer.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just drop somebody. I mean, it's like creative nonfiction is very different from creative fiction.
And he writes it the exact same fucking way.
Yeah, you can't do that. You know, poetry. You can't put a poet into a damn comic and tell him, you know, do it this way and it's going to be perfect. No, it doesn't work like that. There are different schools of creative writing. He is not set up for fiction writing. It's as simple as that. I mean, I have issues with his essays, but at least they're fucking readable.
Though a lot of them, those were fiction too.
Well, yeah, let's be fucking real.
That Kanye piece still readable. Angers me.
Yeah, well, nobody said that they had to be good, but as long as you can fucking read them. Largely inoffensive. Color me surprised.
Yeah. All right. The problem is a lot of these questions that we got were actually ones that we answered during the podcast. So, yep, we've only got 2 left. I was wrong.
Jeez.
Okay, Ontis Whisperer says, thoughts on Bethesda banning players from Fallout 76 for using graphics mods, but giving them the option to come back with writing an essay, explaining what they did, and apologizing. The fuck is this, 3rd grade?
What? Seriously, what in the fuck is this? Are they banning them or sentencing them to detention?
Yeah.
Like, that's bullshit. I gotta give a damn essay on why mods are bad. Send them an essay on why mods are good.
Yeah. I'd send him an essay I'd send him an essay that's just the line, I want a refund, over and over and over again.
Seriously, who in the fuck plays Fallout without fucking mods?
I don't know.
Like, that was a huge fucking thing that they touted for Fallout 4. You can use mods on console. Holy shit. And now you can't use them for what is pretty much assumed to be the worst fucking Fallout game in the series now? Like, to not even make it a little bit better? What, are they torturing you with it? Are they that fucking ass blasted that they can't handle the fact that some people are trying to make their shit pile of a game just marginally better?
It's like being in a relationship with Zoe Quinn.
Jesus. Well, yeah, you have to fucking write an essay about it, too. The Fallout 76 post. Expect it in August.
Final question. Koopa's Revenge Home wants to know, if Overflow is 1 week and Overflood is 2, what happens and what do you do, or what do you call it, if you miss both? Over Hurricane.
Over Hurricane. So what happens in 4 weeks?
Over global warming? I don't fucking know.
I was gonna wager over Noah's Ark, but
Because Hatman, the global warming we have to treat it like a military threat. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do with the bombs, but sorry, that was the dumbest tweet of the week.
Treat it like it's a military attack.
The fucking sun. What are we gonna do about it?
We need ozone funding right now.
And where's my playing? And it depends. I need those for unspecified reasons.
Jesus Christ. Oh my lord. I always think we've seen the stupidest thing from that man, and then he goes and ups the fucking ante.
I know. It's incredible.
Like, that him and Ocasio-Cortez just they just need to have like a cage match of stupid and just get it over with. Because I swear, like, she's gonna try and one up him sometime this week.
She has to. I'm genuinely wondering if I should run for the fucking Congress at this point. If she did it, why can't I?
Fucking do it.
And I'll run by just calling the other guy an asshole.
Yeah.
Like,
who was it that said like she was a big nothing burger? Was it Claire McCaskill that said that?
I don't know if she called her a nothing burger, but she did say in a recent interview that she's a bad indication of where the Democratic Party is going to go. And she's not wrong there.
No, she's absolutely not.
But the problem is that
she gets something right.
The problem with McCaskill and others saying that is, like, you're saying that way too fucking late.
Yeah. Like, she's...
Like, no, you were more than happy... They were more than happy for the socialists and progressives to come into the Democratic Party, and it's like, oh, it's the youth movement. This is great. And you don't say anything to the contrary, and you've got the Young Turks spouting this and that nonsense constantly, and you never said shit. And then when one of them, sponsored by the Young Turks candidate, wins a fucking election, now all of a sudden it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, what the fuck are you on?
I mean, and she's right, too. Like, she has nothing to offer.
Yeah.
There is nothing to offer there. She's got no experience. Her entire fucking resume is, I'm a millennial who went to college and found out about our Lord and Savior Karl Marx.
Pretty much.
Okay, so... what? I can go run for office under those credentials now? I'm fairly certain I would not get very far unless I had, the ethnicity to back me up and the D next to my name.
I know what we'll do. I'll move to Virginia. I'll buy a huge fucking dress and a wig and call myself Michaela and run as a Democrat.
You know what? Move to Chicago, do the same thing, except don't bother buying a wig or a dress. Just say that you're a woman, and if anyone questions you, they are perpetuating gender stereotypes, and you are highly offended by that. And see how many people actually fucking buy into it.
I'll get into the Congress and just immediately switch parties. I'd be like, fuck all of you.
You're like, you just got rused, bitches. I mean, if all else fails, just say you're fucking non-binary. That way you don't have to change anything about your fucking self. You just get the free oppression points.
Exactly.
Oh, trending is a fucking joke.
Yes, it is. Not a very funny one either.
No, it's honestly getting really, really tired at this point.
Indeed. All right, we have reached the end. Surprisingly, didn't take as long as I thought it would.
Yeah. Did we have anything on Twitter that we didn't get to? Or?
I don't think we did. Let me have a look.
I think we got everything. Don't die.
Let's see here. Nope, nothing. Well, actually, wait. Oh, Duke of Tumwater had a couple.
Let's get to them.
Jason Todd versus Bucky Barnes. Who wins? Probably Bucky.
Really?
Yeah. Bucky is stronger, more athletic, and has a lot more combat experience. Trained by Captain America. You know, Batman's great too, but Bucky's enhanced. That's the kicker.
Well, that and Jason goes a little off the rails compared to what Batman taught him to.
Yeah.
He's a lot more aggressive. So
yeah, tends to not plan as well. Bucky is much smarter.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah,
if this was like a Dick Grayson thing, it'd be a different story. I think.
Yeah, I would agree. And I think that was about it. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Well.
All right. So anyway,
Fair enough.
So we are going to take off and do some things. Hopefully get some Gears of War at some point.
Hopefully, if my internet decides to stop being a shit.
Yes, that would be nice.
Fuck you, Spectrum. Seriously.
Did it even fully download?
No, it seriously got stuck at like 96.5% and just would not continue on. This download I shit you not. This download has been going on for the last 2 days. 2 days.
You need an upgrade or something.
I seriously need my fucking internet to quit it, but I think my residence was wired wrong. Because I've always had internet issues. Like even paying for like the higher bandwidth packages doesn't fucking solve anything. So I think I'm just fucked at this point, unless I go for something like a fiber connection, something where I have to get shit rewired.
Yeah.
I might just do that at this point, because AT&T fiber is in my area. So
I say go for it.
Yeah, may as well give AT&T more of my fucking money. Why not?
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
All right, folks. We will see you this weekend with a podcast. I will be well rested because I get a 3-day weekend. So,
hey, lucky you.
Yeah. But until that time, my name is Micah Curtis.
And I'm Alex Baldwin, also known as the Hat Man.
We'll see you guys soon. Dave's Vault.
Dave's Vault.